All right, so today's video, we're watching a Diamond 3. Hanzo, Soldier, and I'm gonna go look at the other hero because I think it was Tracer. Tracer! Basically, to summarize this, they said it started off well, then it just didn't go well after that. What can they do better? They said no matter what they do, no matter how many limbs they get, they just can't win the point. What's the issue? They believe that at this point, they're just stuck and they can't climb any more than this. So is that true? I don't know. We'll see. Probably not, but we'll find out. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't. Like the video. It's video time.
It's always interesting in games like this because I feel like if they feel like they're getting the limbs and they're losing the point, it's probably a lot more that's happening in the game. So. Oh, that makes more sense, man. I'm using them incorrectly. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Not a bad start. It's always nice when the Reaper just tries to flank you. Ooh, nice shots. Good start. See, like, you say that you don't think you can climb past Diamond 3 and you feel like you're stuck in that situation, but, like, so far from, like, your aim, it's actually pretty good. Like, I don't... I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna start off with this right away. Like, if you're hitting shots like that, even half the time, you're gonna be in a good spot. So if you think that you won't be able to get past Diamond 3, I'm already seeing your aim, and I think you're in a good spot with that. The rest could just be maybe your positioning's bad. Maybe it just, there's other things you need to work on. Maybe you need to, you know, it could be hero selection sometimes. There's a lot of things that can happen, so far this is good. Right? All right, let's go. So far, so good. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, so far, like, I don't know, like, your aim has been good. Who put me on TikTok? What do you mean? I've been, we're all in a multi-stream, so I'm live on 3 different things. Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Twitch has drops right now. Here we go. I mean, so far your team is dominated. Nice shot. I mean, you're playing well. But keep in mind, chat, it was said in the description that the first round goes pretty well. It's after this round where things start to shift a little bit. All right. Now, for these missed shots is Hanzo. Hanzo is one of those heroes, and you know what Hanzo is like sometimes. I don't know if this is a good description. And maybe chat might get some of this. You know, like in like basketball, when they always talk about like sometimes the player just needs to see the ball go through the hoop once. So like if they get to the line, right, they hit that free throw and they finally see the ball go through on like a bad shooting night, and then the next thing you know, they're hitting their shots. Hanzo feels very similar in the sense that like you can miss so many shots in a row as Hanzo, but then you hit that one shot and you're like, oh, there's the projectile speed. Then you hit like 10 shots in a row and then you miss your shots again. That's kind of what it feels like, right? You just sometimes need to see that shot hit, and then it gets a lot better. You know what I mean? Hanzo has that. At least when I play Hanzo, it's like I have these moments where you just need to see your shot hit again, and you'll miss a bunch of shots in a row. Like you'll go on a huge streak, you'll miss a bunch of shots, and you just need to see your next shot hit again, and then you just start hitting shots again. Yeah, for the battle pass drops, if you go into Sorry, I got distracted. I forgot what I was saying. Alright. Not a bad attack. You said the issue is they're fighting and not going for the point. They have the point, though. Alright, here we go. Alright, so this is where you say that no matter what you do, you just can't get the point. So we'll find out. Right? Alright, good start. So you don't understand that? Every time you play Hanzo, it's like your first time playing an FPS game? Nice shots. I mean, it's all about the projectile. Like, I have gotten a little bit better at Hanzo since I did a lot of my quick play warm-ups. It's all about understanding the projectile speed. It's like Sigma. It took me a long time to get good at Sigma, right? It took me a while. And what made me better at Sigma was understanding the projectile speed, so it was a lot easier for me to hit those shots mid-range. And that's where I got better at Sigma. Straight up. Understanding, like, you know, I hit my yup rocks a lot because I know the projectile speed on the rock, so I know how to lead with it. Projectiles, like, leading your shots, and predicting where they're going to go. Obviously, if they're standing still, you just shoot at them, right? But if they're moving, you have to kind of predict a little bit each. And what makes projectiles so difficult a lot of the time is it's like a lot of heroes have different projectile speeds. So, like, one hero that has projectile might be a little bit different than the other hero that has projectile, right? So, like, you might be good at one projectile here, but not as good at the other because the projectile speed's different. You have to get used to each one. Now, is this one of those situations where, like, yo, I get no matter how many limbs I get? Like, at that point, your team lost that team fight to begin with. You can get a limbs after a team fight's over, and that's good because that gives you a better retake. But, like, I didn't expect your team to win that after the other team just came in and made a play. By the way, you keep saying that you think you're going to be stuck in Diamond. Your aim is going to be just fine for getting out of Diamond, or at least improving out of Diamond 3. Your position has been pretty good. I haven't seen anything yet. When you're dominating the team, sometimes, too, it can be hard to see that. But I don't think you should... I really don't think you should be in the mindset that you should be stuck in Diamond and not get out of Diamond. Or, like, the mindset, like, you won't get out of Diamond. Because I think you'll be good. Keep in mind, Season 9 does have that bit of a rank reset, too. Gives you more opportunity, right? So, we're watching, though. We'll see what happens. Here we go. Nice aim. So far, so good. Keep in mind, this game goes longer than this, so it's just going to end on this part of the map. It's not like a full rank reset in Season 9. It's more of like a... You're going to have more opportunity to climb out of your rank. It's definitely going to be different, though. Okay, so don't overpeak this, by the way. There is a window there. Okay, got one to limb, that's fine. Looking at the... Okay, you're down your hog. You're going to lose point presence no matter what. That's just going to be on your team. Okay, so those are one... So just to give you an idea why you lost that team fight, they have one of the best ults in the game used during that. That is window. Okay? Some of your teammates are out of position. You were in a decent spot against the window. I will give you that. You also use soldier ult. I'm going to be honest with you. The angle you're at there, you're probably not going to get full value with the soldier ult. I want you to think about, in that situation as soldier, think about what they can see when you turn the corner. You're lucky you even got on a limb, in my opinion. Soldier ult is not as like, I'm in front of them, let me soldier ult. You would have been better off not doing that. I mean, like, that's just a good Reaper ult. Like right now, I'm going to tell you every reason why you're losing a team fight. Great window by their BAP. Great Reaper ult by the Reaper. That's it. It has nothing to do with anything else there. Just great plays across the board. They're on the other side of the wall, by the way. You're aiming... Yeah, I was going to say. I know you can see them with that. But yeah. You know where they're at. Now this question is, can you get the shot? Yo, I'm gonna be real with you, by the way. Watching that in general right there, I wouldn't be too concerned with it. The other team just played that perfectly from an ult point of view. That has nothing to do with your team playing bad. That has nothing to do with, like, oh, you can't get out of Diamond, like, you can't get out of Diamond 3. That was just, like, perfect ult usage by their team. I also want to point out, your team went through a small hallway when you knew what ults they have. I actually think one of the issues is that you need to work on your ult tracking a little bit because your team went into a small hallway when you could have went to the far right and it would have been a lot better. Tracer could be good here. Take map control. Yeah, you're doing... This is fine. I like what you're doing. Going for the supports. Running into a car. Yep. I love that you ran into the car, got stuck on the car, and then was like, I need to try to blink through this. That was impressive. I also want to point out, during that time when you were doing nothing, that's why you lost the point. You waited so long to be able to put pressure on their backline that they didn't really have to react to you as much as they normally would because you tried to blink through a car and then waited a while to get back there. You see what I'm saying? Here we go. See how that soldier has to look back for you and the Kiriko has to heal that soldier? This is good. Like, you've now forced him to have to turn around for you, which is good. This is much better. That's how it should have started. This is Diamond 3. That's how it should have started, by the way. But instead, the other team was able to do something, you know. Well, that was a pulse bomb. We misimpulses happens. Here we go, TP'd in. Oh, wait, in that situation, and it's not like a huge deal, but try to ping the Kiriko that TP'd. Not bad. Your Kiriko's dead. At this point, you need to be in a spot where try to, go over here, make a little bit of noise. Like, don't, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, that Soldier 76 played that so well. That patience level on that Soldier was good, too. Played a delay point now. Unless you can maybe 1v1 the Soldier, but even then... Yeah, you're just playing the delay point now. If you get in the limb, great. Alright, lamps out. You have a Pulse Bomb. This Pulse Bomb could be a game. Nice. That got more than I expected because Pulse Bomb usually heals the enemy team. You lost the point because the Hog had a good ultimate on point. That was it. Okay. You're back in the team fight now. You have most of your cooldowns. Good recognition of the Junkrat being low. Kiriko has to do that. You're doing a good job of, like, kind of pressuring their back line at times. Obviously, you would like to see those limbs on Junkrat, but honest, I gotta say that Kiriko is just doing a good job of keeping him alive. Right, you got two. You have a window, so you should be okay here. Still watching? Go. Good job. Reset your cooldowns for a second. Good job by your team. Nice stick. Good job. Good play. Tire from your Junkrat gets nobody. So what's your plan? Nice. So close. So close. Nice job. Okay, one thing I do want to point out, and I want to see what happens here. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pause here for 1 second because this is something that when it's like in this spot where it's like 80%, 90%, etc., you need to start playing to touch the point, not to try to get in a limb. You get what I'm saying? Like, at this point, you want to let your teammates know, I will touch point. Do not worry about the point. I have the point. That saves your teammates time. That gives you time to go around the map. If you start shooting at them and try to engage them at 87%, you're going to have to use cooldowns for the most part. Yeah, maybe you get a random one clip, etc., but the way they've been playing, you probably won't. So play to touch the point, play to delay the point, and then look at what your teammates have. You're about to have a Pulse Bomb. You would have been at, like, what, 69% if you didn't go for those shots? You have Kiriko ultimate. You're close to Hog ult. Hog will heal twice and get that. You have a chance to win the game, but because you are sitting there trying to do something in that situation, you get rolled by a Junkrat trap over here. And then you probably won't be in this team fight, and you'll probably lose this team fight. Not fully on you, but the point I'm making is that you have more opportunity when you can, like, be like, I'm going to touch point, nobody else worry about it. Give your teammates time. Yeah, you can't do anything in there. All right, we'll talk about this very quickly because one of your things was that, like, you think you're just going to be in Diamond, etc. I think your aim is fine. I think you had generally good gameplay, right? You like had generally good gameplay. Just the overall issue was that it was just a good game of Overwatch. That's all I saw. I just saw two teams that played it well, and it came down to the last team fight. Sometimes you lose games like that. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to climb out of Diamond. Your aim was pretty good. You had a pretty good hero pool for what you wanted to do. It was good gameplay. I think you'll be fine. I don't really like... I think that decision-making probably was going to be your biggest issue. Remember on the second point when you went into that small hallway at the end of the game where you just you played into what would work for them? That's an example of something that you did wrong as a. It's very, for you, it's like decision making. I think that's really all it is. At the end there, you could have touch point and changed it way too easier on that one, right? Or made it a lot easier for your team. Things like that, and you'll be fine. I think you'll climb out of diamond. I'm not even kidding. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. You will see my Discord. That's where you do that. We record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. We have a lot of fun here. Stop by if you haven't. With that being said, hope you have an amazing day/night.